hour and 20 minutes? Really, Peacock? What's good, everybody? Thank you all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate it. We are here today to talk about Love Island USA, Season 8, Episode 27. And the name of the episode is called Episode 27, okay? Listen, I got notes this time. I don't know, for some reason, I went to the gym today, and so usually when I don't go to the gym like I didn't yesterday, I don't have a lot of energy in me. And I know that sounds crazy, but I went to the gym today. Today was actually leg day, and so I do have a lot of energy. So I was able to take notes, and we're going to talk about it. But why was this episode an hour and 20 minutes? Why did we need an hour and 20 minutes? We didn't really need an hour and 20 minutes, okay? But the episode started off with Aniya, Mel, and Trinity. Aniya let Mel and Trinity know that she had a really good chat with Casey. She said that Casey owned up to everything and he was genuine. She said that she doesn't wish ill on anyone and she thinks that he deserves to be happy. Trinity says that she does think that he's happy. He deserves to be happy as much as she hates to say it. Aniya says that she feels happy with Carl. She has good sexual energy and they be making out and stuff, okay? Mel talks about her conversation with Sincere. She said his conversation is just where she doesn't know what to do. A side of her feels like a fool to still like him, and she doesn't think that he deserves her, okay? Trinity said it's understandable. It just happened. At least try.
What?
And I'm confused because, again, there is no woman on this show who has been dogged more than Melanie has. Okay, and Trinity will never tell her. I'm telling you, Trinity will never tell her to keep on letting that nigga play in your face and be a stupid bitch, right? She will not do that for two reasons: because of where she ranks in the friendship group and because of colorism. Call Melanie a stupid bitch like you did Aniya. Call her a stupid bitch like you did Aniya. And I also think the reason why she called Aniya a stupid bitch is because Aniya is the rich girl trying to fit in. She's like the Nunu of the group, right? The rich girl trying to fit in. So she could get away with that with her. If she called Melanie a stupid bitch, they probably gonna have to fight. Okay? Trinity also tells her, follow your heart. Mel says, I've been trying to follow my heart and it led me to last night. Okay? Then we get Corbin, Sincere, and Casey. They're having a chat. Casey says that he feels relieved Aniya was more understanding, and it could have been different if he was a little more honest and transparent, okay? Sincere says that he feels shameful and he got to clean up the mess he made. He said he has his house built with straws as the foundation, not cement.
Shut up! Shut up!
I'm getting so tired of Sincere with these, I don't know what to call them. I'm getting so tired of him with these sayings that he gets. He's trying to be so poetic, and it's not really coming off as poetic to me. I'm just tired of it, okay? We get Carl ended up talking to Amara. He asked Amara, how is my Bombshell partner? She said she's okay. She said she made great friendships in the villa mode, and they're more important than the romantic connections. And I think that in a certain sense, they can be more important than the romantic connections, but they won't keep you in the house. They won't keep you in the villa, your friendships that you make. They won't keep you in the villa. Okay, and with me, Amara, I just feel like that I haven't seen her pulling people from chats. I feel like that the Bombshells came in a little pussyfied a little bit. You are supposed to be an Alicia Keys when you come into the villa as a bombshell, right? You see a couple or a connection, your job is to break that shit up. That's your job, okay? We get Caleb, Trinity, and Bryce. Okay, Caleb is complaining because he said he hasn't said a single word to. Well, Jaiden hasn't said a single word to him since they've been out there on the in the garden. He said it seems like just a villa thing. She never asked him for a picture. She never compliments him, and they never talk about anything outside the villa. And he wants reassurance. Anything that she does say is defensive and argumentative. Now, and he says that if things with Kenzie didn't play out the way they did, he and Jaiden will be in a different spot, and he's not used to having his walls up. I'm not trying to be funny. I just feel like that Caleb gives me he want to get married tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? He just seems like he says that he doesn't have it, but he does seem like a man with low self-esteem. He's always complaining about something. I'm just getting pussyfied from him. Straight, but I'm still getting pussyfied, weak, wimp, but that's what I'm getting from him. Okay? Jaiden hears him talking to Trinity and Bryce, and she tells him, you can come and chat with me instead of other people, like with an attitude. And he's like, what you talking about? And she if I'm her, I will be annoyed as you know what I'm saying. I will be annoyed as well, right? But for me, I feel like she was looking for a moment. This was her time to show up on camera, and she tried to show up. Okay, but my thing is, it didn't really seem genuine of her because I feel like Parmita had to tell her to go over there and talk to Caleb. Right? I'm glad so many people. I'm glad the people that we have a major dump in the night because there's too many people names to remember. Okay, so Caleb and Jaiden ended up talking, and she says, "Why do you go 2 feet away from me, asking people advice on the conversation that's supposed to be between us?" He said, "I was getting advice on how to approach the situation. You don't show me affection." And she tells him, "Your feelings are valid. You could have come to me, but you went to them. Right? You could have came to me, but you went to them." And my thing is, listen, I understand 100%, right? Don't be going talking to these hoes about me. These are not your friends. These people are here to win $100,000. So anything you say or do will be used against you. And we're going to find out later on that it will be used against you, okay? Jaiden said that every time she talks to him, it's always about the connection. You can't even talk about random stuff. And that's what I get from him. And that's also what I get from Carl. What do you think our connection is? What do you think our connection is? You get what I'm saying? If you ask me about the connection all the time, I'm thinking that you're just in it for the game. You know what I'm saying? Because you're asking me about the connection as if you're not a part of the connection. What do you think about the connection? Okay. Jaiden ends up telling Caleb that she wants more from him. She wants to know random stuff about him. And that's what she thinks the disconnect between them are at. Is that. Or comes from. Okay. Then we get Mel and Corbin talking. She ended up asking him, did he think that she should sleep with Sincere? He said, "I can't tell you yes or no. I have no right to say that." My thing with Melanie is, girl, you know you sleeping in the bed. You know you sleeping in the bed. But my thing is, it's not like not sleeping in the bed is going to solve anything anyway. Right? When he was coupled up with Soul, you slept in Soul's house. He didn't give a fuck. He didn't even check on you. Right? When you slept in the garden the other day, he wasn't even man enough to give you the bed and go to sleep in Soul ties. He was in bed with your motherfucking bonnet on.
Hated it.
He didn't even check on you when you woke up. Aniya and Trinity had to wake you up. So it's giving me to me, he don't give a fuck. So I don't know what you think that you're doing by going to go sleep somewhere else. It's not getting his attention. He doesn't really care about you. I don't think that he really want to be with you, to be honest with you. Okay? Then we get Mel and Aniya having a talk. Aniya wants Mel to forgive Sincere. And again, Mel is the most disrespected person in the villa. For Aniya to be like, "I feel so disrespected. I feel so disrespected." Why would you want your friend to forgive him? Right? After you felt disrespected and you felt the girls in the garden was laughing at you, she poured into you. She poured into you. She was even crying with you. And it seems with Melanie, for me, sometimes she strikes me as a person who sometimes all the friends needed someone to tell them the truth, right? And it could give them that strength and that courage to leave. I would never tell a friend to leave unless it was physical abuse, right? But with Mel, if she told me that she was a stupid bitch or a fool, I would never say, "No, you're not. You're not a stupid bitch," right? If she tell me she was a stupid bitch, I'd just be like, "Oh, you know, I wouldn't lie to her and say she ain't no stupid bitch, right? But I'm not going to kick her while she's down and say, 'Yeah, you a stupid bitch.' I'll just be like, and try to give her a hug or something. But I wouldn't tell her necessarily, 'Yeah, you know what I'm saying?' I don't want to kick her while she's down. But if a friend of mine asks me for advice, if Mel asks me for advice, which I don't give unless I'm asked, right? I will always say, I'm not in a relationship. I don't know how this person makes you feel. That's a decision only you can make. But from what I see on the outside looking in, if it was me, I wouldn't put up with it. I would have been gone. I wouldn't put up with it, right? But it seems that Sincere can get away with murder because Sincere, again, is the villain of the season, if you ask me. Because the crime that they have in the house is people that are exploring and lying. That's what they want to punish you for. And Sincere has did it more than anybody. He tried to do it with Kata. He did it with Soul. He did it with Amara. The only reason why he hasn't done it with the other girls in the house is because he's not attracted to them. That's the only reason why. Okay? Now it's bedtime. Everybody is asleep except for Corbin and Parmida. I guess Kenzie said she's going to give Dylan Fingers a break for the night. Of course, Corbin and Parmida are making out, right? And I don't know if y'all noticed it, they didn't even show TT and KC. They didn't even show TT and KC.
What kind of bullshit is that?
How come, what do you mean TT and KC are in bed and we're not showing KC and TT in bed? How can we forget The two black cast, the only black couple on the show. How did we forget that? And that's what made me download the app tonight, because I see what's going on, okay? Then we at breakfast. The guys are downstairs making breakfast. The girls are in the glam room. Jen says that she's over it. Over what, baby? Over what? Gal hasn't done anything different. He just doesn't want you. He hasn't done anything. He told you that it wasn't working out. Why are you still complaining about it? Okay? Mel's breakfast is late, and all the other girls are done eating. And so she said, look, I'm just going to go make my own. And Amaya said, stop talking like that. He probably doing something. Stop talking like that. And Mel says, girl, you always team sincere. Shut the fuck up. And Kayla said, literally. And Anaya says, bitch, if I'm team sincere, I'm team sincere. I could be team sincere if I want to be. And Kayla says, well, what about team Melanie's feelings? And she said, I'm always team Melanie's feelings. But if you don't want to fuck with him, don't fuck with him. I just think that this is weird coming from Anaya. Why in the fuck would you ever be team sincere? But remember, Anaya was standing at Sincere's door. Again, I believe that Anaya, again, I have been following what Anaya's mom has said on TikTok. This is the most I've ever used TikTok in my life with Love Island. I'm so waiting for Love Island to be over, which I'm being honest with you. I can't wait until next Sunday. And happy 4th of July to everybody, okay? I've been following what Anaya and her sisters and stuff have been saying online about her, about how she's always been confident and she's never had low self-esteem or anything like that or whatever. And I kind of believe that, but I do believe that with Anaya being on this show, that she got insecure about her looks or how she presents when Sincere picks Mel over her. Right? And I believe that Anaya still has feelings for Sincere, but it's so crazy to me because he is the one who started you questioning yourself. And as KC says, I'm trying to fix some shit that I didn't even break. I believe that was Sincere who broke it. Broke your trust, broke your self-esteem. And KC was pouring into you, but you can still find a way to still be around Sincere and want him to be your friend and want to have a friendship with him outside the villa. To me, I just think that that's weird. And Anaya gives me the type of girl who is going to be there for Sincere, and she's going to have him crying into her bosom. That's what she gives me. She wants to be with that man. I'm telling you, she wants to be with that man, okay? Sincere ended up pulling Mel for a chat, set up a breakfast date, and say less. To me, it doesn't mean anything to me. It doesn't. It didn't move me. Corey already did it on a random fucking Tuesday, right? So Sincere doing it only because he done ran all over Melanie and stomping on the horse and shit, it don't really mean anything to me. But of course, Mel, weak as tissue. She said that she appreciated and need more days like that. He got his hooks in her. I wonder if they had sex yet. She said that she don't do no French frying, but I mean, I'm just being real with you. I wouldn't admit to no French frying on camera, but you know, I believe they probably did something. Okay, Jaiden and Caleb ended up having a chat. They both apologized to each other. Caleb says that he always goes to his siblings before doing anything. That's why he went to Trinity and Bryce. Jaiden should have told him, anything that you're feeling about me, you need to always come to me. I don't believe in going to other people about your relationship, because you have other people in your business. I don't believe in that. If you got anything that you need to say about me, come to me. You know, if you want to throw a surprise party or something like that, be my guest to go and talk to my brother and my sister or my best friends and stuff like that or whatever. But other than that, if you got a situation that's going on, come to me. I just don't believe in people being in your business like that. Okay? Then we get Jen, Kenzie, and Kata having a chat. Kata says that Sincere had rose petals leading to say less. She thought that it was beautiful. And he only did it, Kata, because he was in the doghouse. He only did it. We have been here. The show is about to be over with, and he hasn't done anything nice for the girl yet. He doesn't want her. Now, Kata is looking at it because she's kind of tired because Zach hasn't set up a date for her in the villa. He hasn't done anything. And the crazy part about all of that is that he already got the pussy. He already got the pussy. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he got the pussy twice.
You are a dumb hoe.
Got the pussy twice. And one of the days, he didn't even make you any breakfast. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Okay? Jen says that she's always looking around and everybody is coupled up. And it's been like that for her since day one. And you know why it's been like that for you, Jen? Because you picked wrong. You picked wrong. Okay? She said that she doesn't want to be Gal's friends or in his connection, he's a weirdo. She said that when will it ever be her turn? She feels like it never is, meaning that she is going to find a man and find a connection. But see, this is the difference, mama. If you let a person talk, long enough the truth will come out. Because I remember her saying that outside the villa, men flock to her feet. So what do you mean, what will ever been your turn? It feels like it never is. The truth came out. The truth came out. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm looking at Jen, and it's no shade. I'm looking at Jen, and I can tell that when Jen is outside the villa, that niggas ain't flocking to her feet.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
No niggas flocking to her feet. Ain't no niggas flocking to her feet. Okay? Then we get Gal and Dylan having a talk. They say that Jen has a lot of negative energy. I do believe that she a little tight. But Jen, again, you got to be mad at yourself, baby. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Ain't no way Gal should have been in that villa. He ugly than a motherfucker, and he wanted Kenzie. And he told you that he wanted to explore Kenzie. He told you the truth. And you still bought him in there.
You's a stupid motherfucker.
You still bought him in there. Told you that he was going to explore, still wanted to explore Kenzie. And the sad part about it, the whole time, you knew Kenzie was a hoe. You set yourself up, Mom. I'm sorry. Okay? Gal said that he's attracted to Amara. He doesn't know if she's into him, and it's tough to get rejected. So I guess he's not going to really approach her. I don't know. These men seem too scared to shoot their shot. Pull her for a couple of chats. Try to make her laugh a little bit and see what's there. You ain't got to just go up to her and be like, I want to be in a connection with you. But just pull up for a couple of chats. Get friendly with her first. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she may not be attracted to you off top, but you can probably win her heart, you know, with conversations. You know? I mean, I doubt that. Let me be quiet because I just don't want to be dragging the people on here, okay? Then we get Aniya, Kata, and Jaiden. Jaiden says that she sees herself outside the villa with Caleb. He has traits as someone she would want to be with in the future. She said she thinks the argument the day before, brought them closer. Girl. Okay? Then we get Zach and Caleb. Caleb gets a text. The text says that the boys will choose. There will be a recoupling. The boys will choose. The girl not picked will be single and vulnerable. Okay? Now, Jen and Amara's fate lies in Gal's hands. And the thing is, I kind of feel bad, but I can't feel bad because Amara has been in the house for damn near a week. The only person she has talked to is Gal. She hasn't pulled anyone else for a chat to even threaten their connection. And that is what bombshells are supposed to do. Get somebody to save you. I want to be saved, right? Get somebody to save you. And y'all are not playing the game. Even Jen, it seems like she just gave up. That Gal told her he didn't want to be with her no more. It just seemed like she gave up. She hadn't tried to go on chats with nobody else. She's just waiting to get sent home. And this is episode 27. And I just feel like it's too many people in the villa. So we knew that today was coming. Okay? So Amara went and had a chat with Gal, and she told Gal that Jen had been dogging him in the glam room.
See, that's a dirty ass bitch right there.
I did not like that from you, Amara. I'm sorry. To me, you get no points for doing shit like that. To me, anything said in the glam room should be amongst the women, and anything said in the men's room or the locker room should be amongst the men. I don't like that Amara did that. Because if you was really trying to play the game, you should have been trying to pull people for chat. You should have been pulling Sincere for chats to get Melanie upset and jealous, right? And it probably wouldn't have worked. Well, she probably would have been upset and jealous and acting a fool and taking it out on Sincere, and maybe it would have put thoughts in the people in the villa's head about the connection, right? Or you could have been pulling Bryce, Trinity, anybody. We seen Jaiden and Jaiden and Caleb get into it. You should have been with and pulled him, right? Everybody know that Dylan was over there crying. You should have went and pulled him. But it seems like you're not playing the game, okay? Jen says that she's frustrated that she brought Gal in and now her fate lies in his hands. But baby, you win stupid prizes when you play stupid games. You knew better than to let him in that villa. And my thing with Jen is, again, it seems like she just gave up. At least negotiate with him, right? Tell him, nigga, I brought you in this villa. You owe me. I brought you in here. Then you kiss my best friend? How much can a bitch take? You owe me. And that's what I'm going to tell him. I'm for real. I would have told him that. Okay? Now we getting ready for the uncoupling. Sincere had the audacity to say that movie night was bad. I wasn't shit back then.
Playing in my mother face. I hate that.
Stop playing in my motherfucking face. What do you mean back then? That was last week. That was last week. Stop playing in the audience face, and most importantly, stop playing in my face. We not weak like Melanie. We don't love you. You still that same nigga. It hasn't even been a full week yet. It hasn't even been a full week yet. You ain't changed. I just don't think it's no more bombshells coming in, but you ain't changed. You ain't into none of these hoes. You ain't into the rest of, let me not say hoes. Listen, excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not going to edit this video. Listen, you just not into none of the girls in the house no more. So you want to, you want to commit to Melanie. I don't really think that you want the girl. You want her to leave you. Okay? So they meet at the fire pit. Ariana came in with this green outfit on, baby. When I tell you that dress that Ariana had on, baby, mama looked good. Mama looked good. She ate that up. That was not the best that I've seen her, but that was a good looking dress. It was perfection on her. The color was perfection on her skin. Her hair looked great. Her face looked great. Her body looked great. Everything looked great. I don't have no complaints. She looked good.
I was just, you better go. Because they said.
So the way that they're going to do it, the girls are going to stand. The guys will choose who they want to couple up with and why. It wasn't interesting. There was no exploring in the house. There was no love triangle. So we know who's picking who. Bryce said that he can't wait to meet Trinity's family. I'm sure the mama would love to be driving y'all in the car while she giving you donuts. Okay? Dylan ended up picking Kenzie. The girls went. I feel like the girls should have went and tried to break that up. I feel like the girl should have went and tried to break that up. I feel like Jen should have went to him, you know what I'm saying, told him that I heard that you was crying and put his head right on her to-go bitties. You get what I'm saying? Because I just feel like that she wasn't fighting. But he probably not into Jen. But still try to shoot your shot. Okay? Carl ended up going, said that this person got me kicked out the villa, revenge and sweet this person. Twitter, he ended up picking Aniya. Casey said that he came into this villa on fire. This person always holds me up. I don't want her to keep carrying me. I want to carry her too. I will say this. When you show a man that you will be ride or die for him, he will be ride or die for you. And I believe that TT and Casey will go far. Although I think that TT is a little rough around the edges. I just got to be honest with you. I'm just going to always tell the truth. I think that she's a little bit too rough for Casey.
A little bit ghetto, a little bit hood.
You go, Casey. I just think, again, Casey is not from where Aniya is from, but I don't think that he been down in the gutter from where I think that TT come from. You get what I'm saying? I don't think that he from down in the gutter like that. He may not be what Aniya, he probably in the middle. I don't think he from the bottom where TT at, but I think that she a little bit too rough for him. You get what I'm saying? She give me, she'll box him. Okay? Since Sim said, this person make me feel at home, nigga, you must not like to be home because you always on the road. No. You always on the road. Okay? Gal ended up picking Amara. Okay? I feel like they're gonna get you, Gal, if they rally. That you picked Amara over Jen, they're gonna get your ass at that next rally. Okay? I must say this though, Amara looked amazing in her dress. She was throwing that ass in her dress. She looked really, really good. To me, I thought that she looked the best out of all the girls for the recoupling. Okay? So Jen is now single, vulnerable, and she's gonna get dumped from the island. Okay? Before she left, Ariana said that tonight there's actually going to be 4 more islanders leaving the villa. Okay. And Jen said, I'm so happy I'm not leaving alone. Okay. Everybody hugged Jen. Gal hugged her and said, I'm sorry. She kind of half hugged them. And she tight. She didn't reply. She just kind of hugged and went on about her business. Okay. Her and Kenzie ended up sitting down. She said that, you probably didn't find a connection love-wise, but I'm glad that you came here. I love you. You're a girl's girl. You called me out on my shit and you're my best friend in here. And yes, that's important for you to remember, Kenzie, in here, because I believe that Jen is not going to fuck with you outside of this show. Because Kenzie is the type that will fuck your man. Kenzie is the type that will fuck your man and say, well, he kind of looked at me in my eye and I wanted to see if it was a spark there. Girl, get that bullshit on up out of here. Get on up out of here. I don't trust Kenzie, okay? So now everybody is back in the garden. They have to choose 2 other couples that they think are the least compatible, okay? They have to say it face to face, say their name, and give them broken hearts, okay? And Ariana said this isn't about friendships. You lived around these people every day. Trust your instincts and choose wisely, okay? Now, Trinity ended up bringing up before they picked KC. And what's up? What's up, Trinity? And I'm wondering, will she have enough character to apologize to KC after? Because I just feel like the punishment does not fit the crime. But then again, she's upset because she knows that her and Bryce aren't in a real couple. And so that's probably why she's upset. Okay. Now, if I was voting, I would vote for Trinity and Bryce, and I would vote for Sincere and Mel, only because we've seen them the longest and I don't see it working. I think that Trinity and Bryce are playing it safe because no one else wants them. Okay. They both tried to explore. Trinity lost to Trinity lost to a girl with one leg. Trinity lost to a girl with one leg. And Sincere and Mel, Sincere don't want her. Sincere say, I don't deserve her. And so if you tell me that you don't deserve her, you won't get her. I'm getting y'all up out of here tonight. You will be getting your ass up out of here tonight. Okay? Parmida ended up telling Corbin if Sincere and Mel was compatible, he wouldn't feel the need to do all of this shit that he do. I love it. I love it. That's giving, listen, I love that, Parmida. That's giving big puss. You made me a fan of you by the end of this episode, baby. That's giving big puss. And for that, I want to give you a salute. Salute the real bitches, right? If Sincere and Mel was compatible, he wouldn't feel the need to do all the shit that he do. He wasn't he's compatible with her with the options that they have left in the house. But does he want Mel? No. He don't want her like that. Okay? So Aniya and Carl ended up going first. They ended up picking Amara and Gal, of course, and then Jaiden and Caleb. They said they have a lot of bumps in the road. They should be in the honeymoon phase right now.
What are you talking about?
The honeymoon phase is, for me, is the people that have been there since day one. I don't see no honeymoon phase with people that's just been here for a week. Again, Casa ended a week ago, okay? Then we get Trinity and Bryce. They picked Amara and Gal. They said that they got together for the circumstances, and there isn't really anything there. But that's the pot calling the kettle black. Because I believe that America can see that Trinity and Bryce got together for the circumstances. Okay? Now, when I do go online, I do see that a lot of people like Trinity. But I have never seen nobody think, or no one say that Trinity and Bryce are together because they love each other. They got together because nobody wanted either one of them. Okay? Then they also voted for Jaiden and Caleb. They had a connection. Certain things he said that Bryce said that he's seen certain things from them, and it seemed more one-sided. Okay? And this is why you keep people out your business, because I feel like that Bryce went and stabbed Caleb right in the back. You think that this is a person who wants to hear you out and hear your side. This man is here to try to win $100,000. You keep your business to yourself. Keep people out your motherfucking business. Okay? Then it's Jaiden and Caleb turns. They ended up voting for Amara and Gal. Then they also voted for Dylan and Kenzie. Okay? Caleb said that he feels like the guy is into it. Dylan is into it. Kenzie, he says that he sees no truth in the words that she's saying. Kenzie said that she actually do like Dylan. Sure. Okay? Dylan said that he powered through. He shared all these amazing things about them. But my nigga, white nigga, you were crying. You were crying in the villa after this girl in less than a week. Less than a week. And then you put her on blast for a moment at movie night. Movie night was, 2 days ago? So what nice things have you done? French fryer? I don't see anything that's nice that you could have done. Okay? Then we get Kenzie and Dylan. Did I do? Yeah, Kenzie and Dylan. They ended up voting for Amara and Gal. Okay? And then they ended up voting for Corbin and Parmida. Okay? And Kenzie had the nerve to say that their relationship is based off of lust.
Oh, no, she didn't go there.
Yeah.
The biggest whore in the house. The biggest whore in the house. You take one break from getting fingered last night, and all of a sudden you stand in the judgment of other people?
The nerve of this bitch.
The nerve. The nerve. Okay? Corbin says that he feels like the vote was out of spite. Parmida says it may look that way to you because we both look good and we both go to the gym, but we can get deep and serious. You haven't seen it because you're not in our chats. Okay? Then it was Parmida and Corbin's term. They ended up voting for Amara and Gal. And then they ended up voting for Mel and Sincere, okay? Corbin said that he felt backstabbed at the movie night. He said, we've all been lied to. The only person receiving the most damage from movie night is Melanie. And for that, you get a salute from me, Corbin. Salute! Salute! The most disrespected woman in the villa is Melanie. The most disrespected woman in the villa is Melanie. And Sincere did it. Okay? Parmida says, obviously, y'all like each other, but sometimes feelings and love is not enough. It's toxic, and you deserve way better than that. She was talking to Melanie when she said it. Melanie said, I appreciate what she said. She's saying it out of care for me, and that's what a good friend would do. That was shade to Trinity and Aniya. Okay? So now we got the men from Casa who have came in and told Melanie the truth, and now Parmida is telling her the truth. Okay? Trinity and Aniya want her to stay and work it out.
No!
Baby, no. Absolutely not. We're not staying and working shit out. No, ma'am. He has dogged her. He dogged her. Melanie doesn't even look like the same person she was on day one. She looked like that she has lost her spirit. And the crazy part about it, it hasn't even been 2 months yet. I think that we at week 4, week 5, we're on week 5. The show ends next week. She doesn't even look like the same person that she was when she came into the house. Okay? Then we get Gal and Amara. They ended up voting for Jaiden and Caleb. Then they also ended up voting for Melanie and Sincere. They said of the original Islanders, most of them seem to have pain points and have gotten past them. This couple keeps finding them. I love it. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Okay? Then we get Melanie and Sincere. They voted for Amara and Gal. Then they ended up voting for Kenzie and Dylan. Melanie says that Kenzie is settling and she wasn't done exploring. Kenzie says that she didn't even give them a thought because she's close with Melanie. But see, that's the problem. The rule was this isn't about friendship. So you should have gave them a thought, and you should have gave everybody at around the garden a fair chance and thought about and used the process of elimination for each one of the couples. And if you would have gave each couple the process of elimination, I believe that if you had to pick 2 couples, I believe that Mel and Sincere would have been one of them. But shame on you. Shame on you. Okay? Then we get TT and KC. They ended up picking Amara and Gal. I must say, I'm confused with the Casa girls voting for Amara. Because if it's me, there's no way. The way I see it, I'm giving Amara a chance since her and Gal just got together, right? We getting the OGs out. We getting the girls or the couples who've been here the longest and still got shit and still in bullshit that's not working. We getting them up out of here. Okay? So for damn sure, if I'm coming in here, if I was a Casa girl or even somebody that was there from Casa, one of the couples that has been here from day one is going home. Point blank in the period. Okay? But they ended up, the second vote that they voted for was Kenzie and Dylan. Okay? TT said she found out when they found out that Kenzie kissed Gal, it hurt Dylan. Okay? And again, Dylan, keep people out your business because you could have went home. But you was looking for a moment at movie night. Everybody didn't know that Kenzie kissed on Gal. But you just looking for a moment. Putting people all in your business. Whack ass. Okay? Then we get Kata and Zach. They ended up voting for Amara and Gal. Jaiden said, they also voted for Jaiden and Caleb. They said that since the Casa experience, they haven't been seeing eye to eye. Okay? Bullshit. Okay? It's so funny to me how people have one argument and they vote them out compared to all the arguments that Mel and Sincere has had. Right? Jaiden and Caleb get into one argument and y'all think that they're not a match. But Melanie and Sincere argue damn near every day. But there's an alliance, right? The OGs were not going to vote for Mel and Sincere, which is why I'm glad that Corbin had the balls to do it and ride with Parmida. We riding, right? I wish KC would have had the balls to do it because I feel like that KC and TT are going to need the numbers for people in the house to vote in their favor if it ever comes down to it. Because it seems like when they was getting ready to vote, make no mistake, Trinity and Kata both said KC's name.
Yup.
They both said KC name. I don't remember. I could be wrong, but I don't remember Aniya even mentioning KC at all. Okay. So Gal and Amara are voted out. Jaiden and Caleb are voted out. Parmida went right to Kenzie and told her, you need to stop being petty. You think it's all about looks and it's not. And so I guess she ain't scared of Kenzie, baby, because she sure went right over that to her. All Kenzie said was, okay, baby. Okay, baby. You know, she got that from Aniya, and Aniya got that from Trinity. Okay, baby. Okay, baby. Scary ass. Okay? The Casa girls. Now, Amara and Jaiden are leaving. Why is TT leading the speech? And it's okay for her to lead the speech, right? But the speech was about her. She said that she was grateful to have met them because she don't have many friends in the world. That's because you voted them out. You know what I'm saying? You voted them out. Ain't no way I'm voting out a Casa girl. There's no way I'm voting out a Casa girl. I'm not voting a Casa girl out. And not only am I not voting a Casa girl out, I'm not voting anybody that came from Casa out. I'm going to give their relationship a chance. That's what I'm doing. For me, personally, all I know for sure is that no matter what happened, Melanie and Sincere would have been on my ticket. Okay? But I must say, the Casa girls did really, really good. 4 out of 5 girls of the girls made it. Okay? 4 out of the 5 girls made it to the village. I thought that was a good, that's 80%. Oh, it was 6 girls. It was 6 girls. I forgot about the races. Okay? Now, that was the episode. Now, America has to vote now for the most compatible couple. And I finally downloaded the app and voted. And I voted for KC and TT, right? I don't believe that the votes really count. I think that Peacock is going to do whatever they want to do, or production is going to do what they want to do. But look, I did my part. I would have voted for Corbin and Parmida because they did their big one tonight, and I love that they voted for Sincere and Mel. But the only reason why I didn't vote for them is I don't think that they're compatible. It's not that I think that everything is lustful. I believe that when Corbin gets out of this honeymoon phase with Parmida, he's going to be just like his dad. And he's not going to be romantic. He's just going to, go with the flow. I think that they're going to get out of the honeymoon phase real fast, because every time they have went to bed, we have seen them. They have been in there kissing and rubbing and tugging and fingering and all kind of shit. You get what I'm saying? Because I believe that he got the pussy too. Okay? But who do y'all think should have went home? And if you was a part of the show, would you judge the OG couples harder than the new couples? I would. I'm thinking that I'm judging the Islanders that have been there the longest, because that's the only thing that we got to go by, right? We can't really judge by the connection, because it seems like most of the Islanders have been there. They have been there since day one, stayed together, except for KC and Aniya and what's the girl, Corbin? But Corbin ain't even a day one, right? And so outside of Aniya and KC, everybody else has been together since the beginning. And so I'm voting and I'm judging them harder than anybody. But see, the thing is, Kata ain't telling her business to the people on the show. Trinity ain't telling her business to the people on the show, because they know that it's $100,000 at the end of the game, right? And I believe that Bryce and Zach has gotten to their ear. Don't be telling our business, because some people are going to use it to bite us in the ass, because, Zach's brother done been on the show before. Okay, but y'all, that's all I got today. Happy 4th of July to everybody. Please like the video. Please subscribe and hype the video up. Okay, I'm trying my best. But thank you all so much for clicking on the video. Y'all, I really appreciate the love and support. And I will see y'all later. Adios.